It's time to go racing in the final of round 2 of the Prodigy Racing League Mazda MX-5 Cup Golden Ticket Series on RaceRoom, powered by SuckerPunch. Away we go, and it's pretty even at the front as we get ready to dive down through Paddock Hill Bend. It is going to be a tidy run though for Trace from Whirler, Pavlovsky, and then Sonal. Romanita sits in 5th. A single file, almost 24 machines rise towards Druids. Ooh, as Martin Barner 3 wide off the corner, and of course one driver going to end up in the grass.
And this might not be the fight for the win, but it is the fight for every single spot as you move forward, as there's some extra rallycross. Nathan Maximin, I think, going over the Maximin of the track limits, losing even more time and falling even deeper in this train. It's very easy to do that, to get into a bad rhythm, and that was a bad dive. I think that was Vil Cravey going around, and they pile in. Pavlovsky, who's now looking for the move into the final corner.
Yeah, but, ooh, bit of contact on entry. I think eventually Pavlovsky just realizes that Romanitas is there and he's got to block the momentum. Here comes the Coanda Esports driver in that bright green machine. Not going to get the run down into turn 1, but now Nico Sonal has joined them as well. And oh, there's a look to the outside. The Andrew Whirler got a great run out of the opening corner. Door-to-door contact. He's bullied wide off the apex. Can Pavlovsky take advantage on the run down the hill?
And Pavlovsky forces the door open on Whirler coming down the straight, as they're almost 3 wide, bumper to bumper to bumper, and that is Leandro Whirler across the grass.
But what car control, back into line, and without really slipping over each other. Philip Trace goes very defensive on the run up towards Druids, really still forcing Whirler to commit the long way around, and Pavlovsky goes to the inside. Whirler's got no choice but to go the long way around. Similarly behind, Romanitas side by side with Sonal, and back to the inside goes the bright orange machine of Pavlovsky. The MPI car stays where it is, status quo remains.
Pavlovsky can't make it happen. He's got to slot back in line, but look for the bowling ball move into Druids again if he can get close enough. He can't get to the bumper this time though.
Dare on other platforms, we're bumper to bumper and all over each other out of turn 1. 3 wide for the lead, and there'll be 3 wide behind as well. Where does Philip Trace go? Not to the lead, because Kamil Pavlovsky's ripped it away from him. Michael Romanita 2nd, Whirler now suddenly down to 5th position, and has there been drama, Philip Trace was instantly sent back to pit lane.
And as they run side by side through the 90-degree corner at Hawthorns, they're just losing and losing and losing even more time. Sonal's forced off the road. He's going to slot back in line ahead of Filipao, but now it's a 3-car battle for 4th, and it's not going to be a battle for the win anymore for these guys. Incident point limit. Hakkinen tries to send it to the inside into Druids. Doesn't open the door all the way, but definitely forced Pavlovsky into a mistake. Got a little bit deeper than he would have liked. The outside, though, coming down the hill here doesn't really work out very often, and that's going to allow Romanitas to get to the inside now. That's exactly what Michael needed. A door to open for him, and Turka did open it for him.
Michael Romanitas think he's got to go for it up towards Druids. Pavlovsky doesn't give him the choice. Rising up in towards the corner, onto the brakes. Really out there for Romanitas. He gets the rear end stepping out of him. Behind, Hakkinen gets past Leandro Whirler. This may very well be the final lap of the race. Kamil Pavlovsky out of the final corner. Is he going to be celebrating? Does he still have 1 more lap to hold on? The clock's ticking down. It's going to strike 0 right around the time these drivers see the line. And 1 more lap we'll have here in the final of the Prodigy Racing League Mazda. Oh, it's the final! Kamil Pavlovsky, the reaction! He's going to the Atlanta Motorsports Park, the winner in the Prodigy Racing League Mazda MX-5 Cup Golden Ticket Series on RaceRoom, powered by SuckerPunch. He's only finally just realized, Joey, what this means to him. And come and join us here on RaceRoom in this Golden Ticket Series. And we're joined now by our winner here in round 2 from Brands Hatch, Kamil Pavlovsky. I mean, Kamil, we could see the relief for you as you came across the line, the celebration, the joy. Talk to us. What does it mean to be the winner of Prodigy Pass and heading to the Atlanta Motorsports Park?
Thank you so much. I am so happy, especially that was my first ever race in RaceRoom. So I literally have 0 experience in this game. I committed myself last 2 weeks so much to understand the game, maximize my pace. But this race, I knew that I could not be the fastest in terms of the pace, so I needed to race strategically and very smartly. So I didn't want to pass the 2nd driver and try to pass him, just wanted to wait for their action, their battles, to make advantage of their battle. And it happened. I was in perfect position after corner 1 to corner 2, took the inside, and was the very crucial and super important move to gain on P1. But then it was still 10 or 15 minutes until the end of the race. I needed to defend so much. Yeah, the relief after crossing the finish line, especially on the finish line, there was 0 seconds left. So I was really afraid. I was curious if it will be next lap or we are finishing on this lap. And I saw Michael Romanidis just right back on me on this last lap. And the relief of emotion when it was 0 was just, oh my God, I'm so happy and really proud of myself considering really lack of experience in this sim.
Michael Romanidis, unfortunately, yet again, talking to you as a second place finisher, but it came down to that final lap. It came down to potentially the difference between a checkered flag and a white flag. What more did you need in those final laps to take this win?
Not a lot, to be honest. Maybe just one more chance in the last lap. I think we finished with 30 minutes and 1/10. So if the last lap was like 2/10 quicker, we would have had one more lap, which I was counting on. I was kind of looking at the lap time at the last lap and correlating it with the time remaining, and I couldn't tell because it was so close. But yeah, in the end, just as we went across the line, we saw the final lap, and I keep getting quite close. Every time a little bit closer, this time just 1/10. But as far as I understand the format, there is quite a decent advantage from the leaderboards. So that's what I'll be aiming at for week 3. But of course, it would have been quite nice to lock it in actual race.
What went through your mind in that moment as you found yourself battling for the lead?
I mean, when you are in P7 and the whole queue is doing the same speed as you are kind of just waiting for an opening. And when I saw that squabble into turn 1 and 2, I knew it was my moment. So I just went for it, took my usual line and found myself in P3. And from there, you can actually do a lot more since it's not just a slipstream train and you can actually make a difference with your racecraft.